dollar made new lows for the move. I just want to review a few things. This tweet was from May 12th. Okay, and I was pretty convicted when I said it. I said liquidate all long dollar positions. 101.50 was the target. That's where it got to. Reverse began shorting Dixie today, scaling operation to build dollar shorts, expecting a new low in the dollar, which is this low right here. So I don't know if you guys do, but you may want to consider following me on X at Forex Stop Hunter. I post there too. And I want to show one more, and we're going to get to the action, which there was plenty of action this morning with the European tariffs, and I want to talk about how it affected the euro and the rest. There's my Uber short. I'll get to that in a minute. But this was my early warning. This was May 19th. So what was that, Monday? Okay, so it was three drives to a top was the description of it. Let me just show it. So it's right here. It said, check it out, three drives to a top. Then I was looking for 57, and you could see the last divergence we had there on that day. And we have started to work our way lower. My targets then were 57 and then 55. So I just wanted to show that, and actually in the TGH room, I had a short here in the S&Ps. 5960 was the level. So we're not quite at 5,700, but it was up here. So these shorts look pretty good from today to here. A lot of people are thinking, this first break is going to be bought relatively soon. I'm looking for this gap. So uh, that was, you were made aware of where we were going to correct the correction. A lot of people are still very bullish, and, they have reasons with breadth and everything, and that this is going to be just a shallow pullback, and then we'll have another new high. Not sure if that has to happen. And then you have the bears who say we're going to take out April lows, and I could see both cases. Maybe age has tempered me, and I kind of look at what would be the medium ground from it not being shallow to taking out the April low. Well, I don't know. How about a 61.8% correction, which is all the way back at, I believe, this low at 5,300, 5,200. So that's a possibility. I think that we're at the minimum going to fill this gap next week before we start to rally. Okay, so let's get to the currencies, because after Trump announced the tariffs on Europe, the euro did come off. Okay. And actually, the euro has been underperforming cable. Cable's been the strength. But, this is what happened. We were all the way up to 1380, and then the tariff news came in. The point being, you buy when the dollar pops, you sell into it. When euro and cable break, you buy into it. I don't think this is the top. It may be a top. We could still trade 1240, but I'm still looking for lower numbers in Dixie, and still think that we could see, let's see, this move here. I still think 116, 170 is 117 is possible. Aussie had cables just marching along. It's almost at targets. I was looking for about 136 or so. So we'll see if euro could catch up. Aussie um, tried to break out, hasn't yet. I don't want to short Aussie yet. I still think that there's a chance we get up towards 6.6 first. Yen still under pressure. 42 and a half, trying to get a little bounce here. I don't think this is it in the end when you look at the big picture, and this is a 1 hour. So It is Friday, so I think we could look at the week. I'm not saying that there can't be rallies in the end, but this is not a good-looking daily candle, just like the dollar is not a good-looking daily candle. I know there's a little wick, but if you recall, my narrative was to take this out by 100 pips because we did not have divergence at the lows here. We'll see if we do, if we flush it under 97 to 6.5. If we stay over 30, that would be the completion. And then we'll be looking to cover dollar shorts. We'll be doing the opposite we did at 101.50. We'll be covering dollar shorts in the 96 handle neighborhood and reversing, looking for dollar long positions for a while. Taking a look at gold, people are saying, we're just going to march and blow to new highs. It's possible. We still have a confirmed high here. If we do, I don't know if it'll confirm. Silver had a much better day yesterday, but it's still kind of messy to me. It's a coin flip. And the gold silver ratio, if we're going to head up to 110 for a third drive, that means there's going to be some rough sledding ahead for risk. Okay. If we do this, we're going to be having problems with risk. That would also be the time where I'd be more interested in longs and silver. And I know we're quite a bit off my buy zone, but I'm still waiting for 30.50. Okay. One thing that may have shifted, and it's pretty ironic, the bonds are up a little bit. Look how they're beginning to diverge intraday. I'm thinking sometime next month, and we're almost there, that there could be some type of buying opportunity. 10-year yields, look how they're coming back now. So that must mean that the S&Ps are recovering. Are they? Yeah, they've recovered 30, but they're still under a lot of pressure. We had a false breakdown in WTI this week, right here, when it was reported Israel was getting ready. But we're still holding support. This is the most patient I've been, still holding long calls. So let's look at how some of the Mag 7 are reacting. Apple was really the home run ball short. Um, Let me just get to it. They're bringing it back. So back to major support, but Apple never even took out these highs. Meta trying to reverse here. It has a confirmed high, but we'll see if that's the bottom. Google still looks like it's flaggy to me. I don't see anything impulsive with this. Netflix is coming off all-time highs. I wouldn't be long Netflix. Here's Microsoft. It's not one of my favorites. I actually, I'm short semiconductors, which look kind of weak. And in specific, I'm short NVIDIA. And look at where NVIDIA went to. Okay, so this is important because remember, I was early before the throwover. And so I've had the throwover line drawn for quite some time. If NVIDIA takes out today's lows, whether it's today or next week, that'll open the door to all this confluence down here at 116, where I may cover some puts. Under 116, you're opening the door to much bigger levels, but we'll start a day at a time. We got under 27, 18 from about 110, 111. But this 116 was very important. See this? Look left and then look at the moving averages coming in, both the 50 and 200 near that area. Let's see if there's anything else I need to cover with you guys. Yeah, just a quick look at, even though silver had a great week, um, I don't know, you know, it still looks like AG is under pressure and it's going to head under, take out these lows is what I'm looking for. Same with Endeavor. There could be a nibble coming up next week, although I will keep most of my powder dry until I see 30.50 silver, but somewhere under $2 in the next several weeks, 266, and it could be, 2 weeks from now. This could be a decent buying opportunity for a 3 drive. So that's what I'm looking at as far as metals. And even Bitcoin uh, fell victim to risk off today. Um, there's one thing I want to show in Bitcoin that I tweeted out. And, I know guys, I interviewed a guy today who said they're going to 200K in Bitcoin by the end of the year. But I just want to show, look at this weekly divergence in Bitcoin. And I know from hearing different Ellioticians, this is a 5. It could be a blow off, but you know what this reminds me of? A little bit of that, like this. The S&P weekly before it rolled over was diverging for quite some time before it failed. So just something to keep an eye on, that this is the first time Bitcoin made a new all-time high without momentum confirming it. Confirmed it here. This was barely a divergence. This is pretty glaring divergence. And with that being said, have a great weekend, everyone. It's Memorial Day, and it really is a solemn holiday, because what we're doing is we're thinking about the men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice and died for something so it could carry on. So maybe we Americans can think about what they were fighting for and what things were like then and how people treated each other then, and honor them by being kinder to each other, to stop arguing about everything, and to shake hands and embrace your brothers and sisters. So, everyone, have a great weekend. Remember, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Had another good week. We'll just stick with the dollar shorts until we're at targets, and trade other things. S&Ps, we'll be watching the gaps. So two of the biggest major moves of the last couple of weeks, S&Ps and the dollar, um, no one should have been on the opposite side of those declines. And that's a wrap for me. Adios. Have a good weekend.